Hey everybody, welcome back to Film Fanatics. This is Sean, and today we're going over the 10 saddest deaths in Supernatural. Let me know in the comments if I missed any and what your list would be. Anyway, let's get right into the video.
You can go straight back to hell, you ugly bitch!
Number 10 is Ellen and Joe. Ellen and her daughter Joe live and work at the Roadhouse, a safe haven and bar for hunters. Ellen never wanted Joe to hunt, but Joe was desperate to do so. Most times she would come along with the Winchesters, and she would get captured. Eventually, Ellen decided to hunt with Joe, and the pair accompanied Sam and Dean in an attempt to shoot Lucifer with the Colt. Dean is attacked by a hellhound, but saved by Joe, who becomes injured as she saves Dean. Inside a store, Joe tells the others of her plan to build a bomb to kill the hellhounds. To convince her mom to allow her, she says that it may be her last chance to treat her like an adult. Ellen decides to allow Joe to do so, but stays alongside her. They both die in the blast as they take out the hellhounds to help Sam and Dean.
Don't worry about Dean. Dean will be fine.
Number 9 is Kevin Tran. Kevin Tran, once a normal high school kid with an above-average intelligence, was forced into being a prophet of God by fate. He helped decode the Leviathan tablet to bring an end to Dick Roman, then later is captured by Crowley and forced to find out in the demon tablet how to open the gates of hell and let demons swarm the earth. Then he reads the demon tablet to uncover how to lock the gates of hell. However, the final of 3 trials found would kill Sam, and Dean does not allow it. His end comes under Sam and Dean's protection when Gadriel, an angel who was imprisoned for many years before heaven went into chaos because of Metatron, smited Kevin under the command of Metatron. Dean had trouble accepting this one because he had let Gadriel into Sam's body to help him heal him from the damage the trials did to Sam, which resulted in Kevin's death.
Dad.
Number 8 is John Winchester. John was obsessed with getting revenge on the demon that killed Mary for most of his life. While on his quest, he was caught in a car crash with Dean and Sam when he gave up on his revenge for the sake of Dean's life. Going to hell with the condition, Azazel, the demon he had been hunting for years, brought Dean, who had died in the crash, back to life. John wasn't the best father to Dean and Sam. However, in the end, he made amends and sacrificed himself for their sake. Number 7 is Mary Winchester. Mary's first death started everything that is supernatural. It made John start hunting in hopes to find the demon which killed his wife, and when he starts to bring Dean along, it makes saving people and hunting things the family business. However, to me, her second death is sadder. Dean and Sam got their mom back after years, but in a time of frustration, Jack accidentally killed her, wanting Mary gone for just a second. He tried to bring her back, but even that didn't work, and it was painful to watch him try to bring her back to become good with Sam and Dean again, yet fail. It even led Sam and Dean to try to lock Jack up so he could never get out and harm anyone again.
Thank you.
Come on, you wimp.
Number 6 is Benny. Dean and Benny spent a while together down in Purgatory. With Benny being a vampire and all, it was definitely a strange relationship. Dean and Benny were almost as close as brothers, yet if Benny acted out how most vampires do and sucked a few humans' blood, Dean would kill them in an instant. Out of Purgatory, Benny was constantly framed for the killing of humans. Sam wanted to kill Benny and even went over to do the act himself eventually, but Dean knew who Benny truly was and helped him clear his name. It turned out Benny was framed and was the person Dean thought. When Sam was in Purgatory with Bobby, Benny allowed Dean to kill him so Benny could return to Purgatory and rescue the two. It was heartwarming how genuine and kind Benny was, but incredibly sad to see him go. He was even one of my favorites when he was a regular on the show.
I hate you deeply, truly. And I'm going to enjoy wiping that smug, self-satisfied look off your face. Personally.
You mean this one? Come on, Crowley, you know whatever you try, you're gonna lose.
You're right. Bye, boys.
Number 5 is Crowley. Crowley was someone I could absolutely hate at the time for what he was doing, like killing Sam and Dean's friends, but still liked because of how damn charismatic he was. He switched between ally and enemy often, but even as an enemy, always had a soft spot for the Winchesters. At one point, he wanted to be buddies with Demon Dean, but the feelings weren't mutual. I felt for Crowley. He was one of the most real characters to me. We saw his good, we saw his bad side, along his good times in life and bad times, and several of his personal struggles. In death, Crowley aligned himself with the brothers, sacrificing himself to seal Lucifer away in another world. It made it even sadder that despite his effort, Lucifer returned to the normal world.
Dean, don't do this.
No, we're done talking. Because this isn't just a story. It's our lives. So God or no God, you go to hell.
Have it your way.
Jack! Stop it! Stop it!
Number 4 is Jack. Jack, a Nephilim and son of Lucifer, was expected by most to take after his father, evil and manipulating. However, growing up, he turned out to be kind and took after his mother. He was taken in by the Winchesters along Castiel, who Jack chose to be his father. God, aka Chuck, wanted Dean to end up killing Jack. Father kills son, an interesting end to his story, but Dean chose not to. Chuck angrily states, "This is not how the story is supposed to end," showing that the brothers have been played by God this whole time and made suffer just for his entertainment. Chuck orders Dean to kill Jack, promising to bring Mary back from the dead if he does. However, Dean refuses, despite Jack killing Mary by accident at an earlier date. This makes God go ahead and do so himself. Jack is like a little kid in many ways because of how recently he was born into the world. He's so innocent and looks at the world with a pair of fresh eyes. This youth he has as an adult has always made me root for him as a character, and it was heartbreaking to see his death. Luckily, it doesn't stick long.
Your hat. Bobby? Oh, God. Bobby! Bobby!
Idiots.
Number 3 is Bobby. Ah, Bobby. Who doesn't love Bobby? the father figure to the Winchesters ever since John's death, who spends most of his life helping Sam and Dean, or calling them idiots. Even in death, Bobby was helping Sam and Dean. Bobby found out where the head of the Leviathans, Dick Roman, was operating, but he was shot in the head and put in a coma. He was confronted by a Reaper in the state, but he ran and fought off his worst memory to get one last breath of life, in which he used to give the coordinates of Dick Roman's operation to Sam and Dean. In his last second of life, Bobby called the brothers idiots with a smile on his face. Luckily, we get to see a bit of Bobby still even after his death, where he helps the Winchesters even more as a ghost.
Oh, God. Charlie?
Number 2 is Charlie. Charlie was the energetic, upbeat character that always cheers the mood up and brings a smile to your face. She was welcomed into the show as a genius hacker raising the ranks in the corporate world, who would dance in the elevator at work. Her boss was Dick Roman, the head of the Leviathans, and she ended up helping the Winchesters save the world and defeat them. At the time of her death, she was doing the same thing, helping the Winchesters. Sam wanted to get the Book of the Damned to rid Dean of his Mark of Cain. Charlie helped out by originally finding the book and also decoding it, but was tracked down by the Stein family and killed. We see the terrible sight of Charlie in a bathtub covered in blood, a sight which is hard for me or the Winchesters to get over.
All right. Let's go find those kids. Get them out of here.
Sam? No. I don't think I'm going anywhere.
What? What are you talking about?
There's something in my back. Oh, it feels like it's right through me. Stay with me. Can you stay with me, please?
Okay. Yeah.
You knew it was always gonna end like this for me. It was supposed to end like this, right? I mean, look at us. Saving people, hunting things. It's what we do.
No, stop. Okay, just stop.
It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. So, there's a few things that I need you to hear. Come here. Let me look at you. There he is. I'm so proud of you, Sam. Do you know that? I've always looked up to you.
Number 1 is Dean. After the big showdown with God in the episode prior, with Supernatural's final episode came Dean's death. He told his brother how proud of him he was and talked about how he always knew this was going to happen. Saving people, hunting things, the family business was how Dean wanted to live his life, and with a hunter's life comes a hunter's death, with Dean dying on a hunt. Sam, on the other hand, lived out a full life with a wife and kids, just as he wanted, and eventually met with Dean again in heaven. A new-fashioned heaven, instead of the type from that we saw earlier where it's just the memories of the person. It was quite a poetic ending when you look back to how both brothers wanted their lives to end. But still, seeing the Winchesters die, and for once not thinking they're coming back, is tough. And to me, the number 1 saddest death.